Sunday with Ola, 126. You guys are not ready? You guys are ready. I'm sorry. Sour note band mother effer. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Sunday with Ola 126. I've been sitting with that song this whole morning because I needed to make something really quick, because on this past week I've been on holiday with my kids. What? See? I even forgot about that. Those drums right there. No, but this Sunday with Ola was recorded on the past Monday because I went on holiday for this past week. So, you know, I had to really, do something quick, find shitty news quick and all that. So, let's just say that song is 2 out of 10 for me when it comes to SWOLA riffs. Sometimes that's just how it is. I'm terribly sorry for that. You guys deserve better. It's funny because when I watch you guys doing your Sunday with Ola riffing on the live streams, I feel like, holy shit, you guys are putting in so much time and effort and you're doing so good with these riff challenges that I feel a little bad about myself. And you deserve better. I'm gonna put more time and effort with this, but not today, okay? Not today, if that's okay. Another pick, bro, let's go. So, how you guys doing? Are you guys doing good? I hear the dog is out there. Should I open the door? Pixie? We have a guest. It's Pix, the beautiful dog. Oh shit, hello! Sunday with Ola, 126. Okay, she wants to leave. While I was wasting your guys' time, I think I gained a subscriber. Look at that. Get me to 1 mil, everyone. Or something. At least try. You can like and subscribe. Anyways, can we talk a little bit about the new guitar? Ow! The hell? I keep bumping stuff into these guitars all the time, or these guitars into stuff. But we have 2 new X's, as every Friday for the past couple of weeks. We have this X2.6 ROP Plus. It's beautiful. It's a red open pore. Can you see that? And then we also have another open pore, which is a 7-string. Ooh, shit! Shit! 7-string, look at that. A black one. Oh. So many new guitars all the time. It's a lot of work, guys. But we're basically just rolling out the guitars in the coming weeks. And a lot of people like that we released a Floyd Rose guitar last week, the green one. There's one more Floyd Rose coming. So don't you guys worry. There's one more coming. Okay? I'm ready for the news. Let's go. Mastodon's Bill Kellier wants to write shorter songs, is very influenced by new Turnstile. Glow On, to me, is friggin' great. What is he really saying? I want to write music that's really friggin' heavy and to the point, he said. I want to sound like Mastodon, but steer away from the long, drawn-out songs. I feel like we've been on that kind of kick for a while, and I want to move on to something a little bit more tangible. Okay, obviously, yes, Mastodon songs have been a little longer than the regular, radio hit or radio-friendly hits, and I've been fine with that. It's a weird band because they're like half prog, but not really prog. Very enjoyable, I must say. Anyways, they're sick and tired of that now. The stuff I'm working on is sort of stuff that comes out swinging, I've been starting to listen a lot to Turnstile, and their last record, Glow On, to me is friggin' great. I just love their guitars, and their production of it sounds great. Their songwriting is real good. It reminds me of Bad Brains, but they were more modern with some Jane's Addiction. Okay. Turnstile, Glow in my ass. Glow On. Demonetized. Demonetized. Probably demonetized. Demonetized. All right, okay, I can hear the punk a little bit right there. Whatever, I don't want to talk down on Turnstile because I haven't listened to Turnstile, so I have no idea if that's a good influence or not, but it seems like it's a good influence for Mastodon. So, looking forward to hearing some shorter songs then, I guess. For a ridiculous amount of money, you can join Gene Simmons at Abbey Road to record a Kiss song. Yep, apparently if you got about $6,000 that you were too lazy to light on fire, you can purchase a seat right at the mixing board where producers George Martin sat with... I think that, you know, these bands are just trying to squeeze the absolute most out of their rich fans now. You know, that now that they're the smaller fans without any money. You know, no regular people is gonna be able to afford $6,000 to go sit with Gene Simmons at the Abbey Road. That doesn't make any sense. They're basically just squeezing out the last drop from the most rich fans. And obviously Kiss has such a legacy, and I imagine that a lot of their like fans from back in the day, they're probably old and rich as frick now. So maybe this is maybe I don't know. No, maybe people do have money for this. I don't know. The lucky ones who get to make a pilgrimage to London will reportedly spend the day at Abbey Road Studios with Gene. Hear Gene share stories about his career and record a Kiss song with Gene Simmons and his band in the studio. Okay. I guess that's kind of cool. Oh, that's exactly what it says here. I guess that's pretty cool if that's your thing. Well, okay. I mean, if you're a fan, this is as up and close as you can get to be with someone when they're recording something, and also in famous Abbey Road. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I think it's pretty cool actually that they're doing this. It's really a service for the fans. Just not the poor fans, you know? All right, we're seeing the first photos from Marty Friedman with Megadeth, again, at Budokan. In fact, they're playing right now. I have the stream open. Wait, what time is it for you? Why is the stream in... Oh, something's happening! Okay. All right, let's just keep this shit in the background and see. We have to go back to this later, okay? So, exciting, obviously. I bought one of the tickets. And this is the first one from Budokan on the Monday, the 27th of February. So we're gonna hear it first, except a week later. Babymetal has released a new single, Light and Darkness. Let's go. I hope I can play this without getting demonetized. And from the singles I've heard, it seems like a way more serious Babymetal than, you know, the previous albums with Chocolate, and all that. Now it's way more serious. It's dead serious now. I think they said something about it being a concept album, and they're doing something a little bit different this time. The album is going to be called Metalverse, very influenced by Metaverse, you know, Facebook. But basically, it sounds like a ballad, which is not exactly what I like Babymetal for, but cool to hear a ballad, I guess. They released 4 singles so far. You would release the 4th one being a ballad, being something completely different from the rest, okay? Now, something that's extremely exciting is that I'm gonna try and get to watch them in April when they come to Sweden. And you know why? Because I got my daughter to listen to Babymetal now. She likes chocolate. Within the chocolate. So I think I will go with my daughter to go watch them. I'm excited. Wes Scantlin of Puddle of Mudd has been arrested. Again. Holy shit. Was arrested February 20 after showing up at his foreclosed property. The story was broken on social media by TikTok user Ann McFerrin and in media coverage by Radar Online. This is the TikTok. When you walk down your driveway to catch an Uber and find a stranger camped outside and then realize it's a famous rock singer who had his house foreclosed on and has been arrested several times before and was coming back to claim the house, so you have to call the police because he begins to threaten the maid you hired, and then he gets arrested because it turns out he has an active order against him. That's a lot of information right there. So is this the new owner of his foreclosed house and Wes Scantlin was bumming outside? What? Dude, I really hope this guy is okay, man. But he doesn't seem to do too well. And I kind of wanted to watch the About a Girl video again. But clearly, he's in trouble and he needs help. So I'm not gonna sit and laugh at this. I really hope that he gets some help. And, you know, so we can continue on laughing at his About a Girl cover. But at this point, it doesn't feel right to sit and watch the cover again, you know? Marshall confirms the worst kept secret in gear and unveils unveils the vintage reissue pedal series a year after the Bluesbreaker reboot was first teased, and just days after the entire range was spotted in the wild. Marshall has finally announced the return of the Bluesbreaker, Shredmaster, Drymaster, and the Governor. Ugh. That's actually pretty tasty. Oh shit, he's shut. Okay. Calm down. It's just a pedal, man. Holy shit, it's bringing out the sweep for this. Okay, I'm not too familiar with these pedals, except for the Marshall Governor that I've been using in a video when I tried, the Carcass rhythm tone for Heartwork, the album Heartwork. It's an incredible album, and they used the Marshall Governor on that album. So I am well aware of that one. I have one, but I haven't tried these other ones. So Marshall re-released these right now, so they're available again because these are vintage pedals. I got a hold of one. I have the Shredmaster right here, and what else did I have? I think I got the Drive Master. So the Shredmaster and the Drive Master is something I'm gonna try on my channel. Maybe will it chug? Are these chugging pedals? Let me know in the comment section and we'll know. Okay. So not only did they send me liquor, they actually did send me something later, pedals, and we'll just see how they fare in my demo. What is going on with these fake Avenged Sevenfold festival appearance cancellations? You might have seen in the past few days that there's been cancellations of festivals in regards to Avenged Sevenfold, and people are like, is this true or not? Well, it seems that Avenged Sevenfold was hacked. Update: Avenged Sevenfold frontman M. Shadows has taken to Twitter to say that the band was hacked. The festival appearances have not been cancelled, and the podcast from the band with Shadow reading off the cancellation is not him. So it's probably safe to assume that something is up with Avenged Sevenfold at the moment. Maybe this is the start of a new album cycle. So there's an official podcast, Avenged Sevenfold podcast, where they're saying that they're canceling the gigs. And it's on Avenged Sevenfold's own official Spotify, I think. So on the official podcast, they canceled the shows, and then M. Shadows, like waking up in Mexico, you're like, oh, that's not me. Is that AI or something? And now the Instagram posts have been deleted. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Avenged Sevenfold are known to pull off PR stunts, in the wake of a new album. Is this another PR stunt people are thinking? Nobody knows. On the Avenged Sevenfold Reddit, the riddle is solved. The album artwork is here. What? Click to see spoiler. That's not official. Fake news. I got scammed. Goddamn, you got me. Well, there you go. So what is up? What is happening? Are we gonna see a new album? Do I care? A little bit, maybe. I mean, I like Avenged Sevenfold. They're a good band. Okay, they started. Let's check. Okay, Dave is entering the building. Can I fast forward to when they play? I probably shouldn't be streaming this, by the way. But yeah, there you go, just a little insight. That is the news. Let's head over to the weather. All right. Good. Hey, Bodhi. Hello, I'm Ola, and today I'm going to speak about the weather here in Japan. This is Budokan. This is where Megadeth is playing right now. If you're wondering why I'm standing among all these X's, it's because we had to move him here. Because Devin Townsend was coming here for a coffee with Ola, so we had to remove him from there to here. So these guitars are now weather guitars. Hunden, come. Är du trött liten hund? The weather dog is mildly excited about the weather in Japan. She doesn't care at all about Metallica. Oh, I said Metallica. I meant Megadeth, of course. It's Megadeth. I'm sorry, Dave. I guess the Sakura season is happening soon in Japan, so that's something cool. I always wanted to go watch that, but it's not easy because I have a dog that I need to, take care of. So there you go. That's the weather. Thank you for watching. So something I wanted to do for a while, since I've started streaming a little bit more now, I figured I would build myself a proper streaming PC. So far I've been streaming from my Mac computer. Streaming on Macs is perfectly fine. It's been okay, you know, showing Logic in my other room and doing the Sunday with Ola Contenders live streams from in here. That's worked really good. A couple of different hiccups maybe, but you know, all in all, pretty good. But I figured I would make a proper streaming computer and a gaming computer for me. Now, I'm not too familiar with PC nowadays. I mean, last time I built a PC or like bought and exchanged components in a PC was during the 90s. At that time, compatibility was a problem. So like if you got a new Sound Blaster Pro audio card, maybe it wouldn't work with your CD-ROM or something like that. It was horrible. I haven't built a computer since then, so the compatibility issues was probably what eventually led me into start using Macs, because Macs, I know it sounds cliche, but they just worked. That was the good thing about the Macs. And since then, Apple and Mac computers have been the tool that I've used for work, basically all of my work. And then eventually, maybe sometimes here and there, I will play on PC for, for games or whatnot. It must have been like almost 10 to 15 years where I didn't even touch a PC because I just didn't have to. I was using my Macs, I was happy, I was playing on console when I play video games. Up until 5 years ago when I was like, I want to get into PC gaming again. And I bought a pre-built computer, one of those packs that are, on a good deal, basically. But now I decided the next computer, I want to build it myself. How hard can it be, right? So here's the computer I spec'd out. I bought this case. Check this out. This white case right there I bought. The nerd in me wanted to get this Evangelion motherboard, but it's 12th generation. It was released last year. Also, it's incredibly expensive. It's just stupid expensive. So I got an MSI board instead, and I think that was probably a better choice altogether. And with that, I ordered this Intel Core i9-13900KF. The only thing I didn't order for a complete computer was the GPU, and I have a GPU right here that I stole from my brother. A 3080 Ti is a really good GPU. The idea would be to make a computer that's future compatible, and that I'm up to speed with the rest. So the 3080 Ti will work great for a bunch of years. I feel especially old because I bought one of these, the actual tools to to build a computer, buying screwdrivers and shit like that. Dude, I never built a computer before. I only take guitars, so I need one of those quick sets, I feel like such a boomer, but I'm gonna become one with the computer people. So right now I'm just waiting for this to arrive. Computer dog is not impressed. Let's just say that. Also, something that happened is that when I brought the GPU, I dropped it on the ground. So maybe it's not going to work, but I'm going to put it here anyways. All right, the stuff is here. Let's go. Let's open it up. You can probably figure out that I'm not a computer guy. You can see, this is not a computer channel at all. I'm just putting shit up like this. So you can see what I got, basically. So what do we have here? So obviously, just like with my guitar videos, none of this is sponsored, okay? I purchased all of this myself, okay? Here's the GPU that I dropped. Let's hope that it works. All right, so we have the Lian Li case right here. Look at that, completely white. That white means 6, no? It's a little bigger than I expected. It's like an extended ATX. So, should we start? Where do we start? I guess we start with the motherboard, right? There you go. Oh, a first little sneak peek on Ola building shit. If you fancy that. No, but the continuation of that Olas Tech Tips will happen in the next SWOLA, so you have to wait for part 2, basically, in the next SWOLA. How about that? It's getting really exciting. I basically finished the computer. That's what happened. Question of the day is where my members get to ask me questions. My YouTube members that are absolutely beautiful in the face. They get to ask me questions through Discord, and I get to answer them. Today's question is from Nicholas the Third.
Hey Ola, how are you doing? So I was wondering, what is your point of view on single coils in metal? That's it. See you later.
Nicholas, my little asshole, Thank you so much for that question. Beautiful. Single coil in Mel. Oh shit, you just caught me completely off guard. Oh, what's this? Oh, a single coil guitar. Oh, holy shit. I did not plan for this, but there was just one on the floor right here. All right. You know what I like about single coil Mel? Is that it's not too common that you hear it. The thing I like about single coils in Mel is that it has a very distinct and edgy tone that you can't really get with a humbucker unless you split the humbucker, obviously. A lot of guitars like these, you can split the humbucker and make it sound like a single coil, but it's very distinctive and it really cuts through like glass almost. However, it might not necessarily work all the time, but let's try it out. Let me tune this little ass. Obviously, you're not going to have as much gain as a humbucker. You're going to have this lower output, twangier tone. So, let me show it to you. So, very much, very twangy, you know? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. I like this sound. Right? I think it sounds cool. It automatically sounds like country metal for some reason. Very twangy, very funky. You have to work a little harder, or just, you know, dial up the gain a little bit, man. I do really like single coil in Mel. It's just not for me, but when I hear bands that play with it, it sounds kick-ass, basically. So there you go, look at this. This is the Ultra Telecaster from Fender, by the way. Thank you so much for that question, Sol. All right, what is happening with this Megadeth live stream? It's like... I want to start chatting. Everyone's like, where's the fucking show? I'm having to stream it on my phone. This whole thing is a shit show. Gonna turn it off in a minute and get my money back. Seems like a lot of people have trouble just streaming this. Like I should... Oh, someone recognized me.
And this is really exciting, so I'm looking forward to it. And then we're gonna jam.
Is this a new member? That's funny, man. People, yeah, man, there's so... trolls. There's so many trolls online. Ah, they're funny. Who's this guy? What's his band called? Cacophony?
Turn it down because...
I mean, it's been a thing for Marty Friedman. He always wanted to play the Budokan, obviously now that he lives in Japan. So it's a very big thing for him to do this. And I think it's really cool that Dave and Megadeth, they took him in for this because they knew this was very important to him. So really cool. I expect that they will probably play Tornado Souls. Like, what songs is he going to play? Obviously Tornado, right? So, exciting. I'm not going to show anything, but I'm going to enjoy the show now. So, yes, thank you. And that, my friends, was it for Sunday with Ola 126. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you... Let's check the count. Dude, the sub count went up today. Am I lucky or what? Holy shit. Thank you so much for tuning in to this budget SWOLA that was recorded way too early, but I had to do it because I'm on holiday, or I was on holiday this week. Now when the SWOLA is being watched by you guys, I'm back, okay? So don't worry. Tomorrow, there's going to be a live stream on Ola Englund channel number 2, watching Sunday with Ola Contenders for 125. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to see you there, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do, put up a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Maybe buy a piece of merch from olaenglundshop.com, like this cup right here. Chug life, baby. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great Sunday.